Hello, hello. Good morning, and welcome to the Steam, whatever this is. What am I actually calling this stream? Steam Store Page Daily for January 18th, recorded on January 19th at about 11 a.m. EST. We're going to start today with an interesting note. If you remember from yesterday's stream, we had an anomaly, which was Scrap Games, which had just an enormous number of followers and absolutely no interest. Nobody played or reviewed the game, but it had almost 10,000 followers, which would mean it should have gotten about 10,000 sales within the first few days. So that was really weird. I went and asked around about this, and it turns out that this appears to be a scam. Exactly how the scam was intended to work, I don't know. I don't think it has worked because it doesn't look like they actually sold any copies. I'm gonna show the game in question. It was this side-scrolling fighting game with robots. So what appears to have happened is that this group of people, the QuickBite Studio, or possibly NPC Games, I'm not entirely sure on which organization it is, but they all appear to be the same group of people, created a bunch of fake Steam pages, and then took the one that was the most popular and like paid someone else to develop a game that was almost but not entirely dissimilar to it. So this is not the game that was advertised that got all of these 10,000 followers. This is a different game. They advertised one game, got a bunch of hype, and then paid someone to develop this one. Or possibly they developed it themselves. I don't really know, but this is not the game that was advertised. So this is some kind of bait and switch scheme, but it doesn't appear to have paid off because well, they did pick up one review yesterday, but it's negative and it's just saying that the game is trash. So quite confusing. But at least it does explain why the numbers were so out of whack. Why they could have 10,000 followers and no sales. It's because they were trying to sell a game that was not the game that people wanted. So interesting. I don't recommend doing that. It seems like a bad tactic. It doesn't appear to have paid off, unless they did. I don't know. Maybe they used it as like. I honestly don't really know what you would do with this. It's very weird. Anyway, moving on. We're going to start with, what are we starting with today? We're starting with Aeolus Fighter 2. And I'm going to be interested to see whether or not this game, there is actually an Aeolus Fighter 1. So, we have a bullet hell game, or a, doesn't look very bullet helly, but it is a space shooter, I guess. It looks fairly simple, but looks like it works. I wonder if we have any different backgrounds or different contexts. It's the format here where we have like a very tall, narrow screen. This is making me think that this might be a mobile port. Wow. So there's not a whole lot of different content here, but it does look like you can like upgrade your weapons and stuff. All right. Aeolus Fighter 2 is a vertical scroll flight shooting game. The player controls the main character's fighter to win with the enemy in the universe. All right, this is by XF Games. It is in early access. It's on sale for $5.84. We have two broken links here. I wonder if that is just my computer being weird. The main player controls the main character fighter. You can use a keyboard and mouse. All right. Not much interest in this one. Apparently, no user reviews. So I'm going to see if XF Game has released Aeolus Fighter 1. Oh, they have released a bunch of games, and there is an Aeolus Fighter 1, which also had no reviews and looks very similar. All right, well, if they're having fun releasing these games, I see no problem with that. Let's go back here and double check. Let's look at their chart data. So they have 2 followers, and they set up their game on January 4th again. So another January 4th. That still is a mystery. I don't know why we have so many games coming out on January 4th. or store pages being made on January 4th. 2 followers, no reviews. I'm gonna say maybe 50 people will check this one out. It doesn't look bad, but it just doesn't look like a particularly well advertised game, and I think the vertical format like that is going to make people think it's a mobile port, and maybe it is. I don't know. It's not in there, but all right. Moving on, we're going to go to Agni Fighter. Agni Fighter. I wonder if this is by the same people. I think. Let's see. All right, Agni Fighter. This is by GT Game. Okay, this is looking very familiar. Huh. GT Game, do you have a bunch of games released? No, you're the only one. I mean, this has to be the same people, right? We have the same mechanics, it looks like. This looks like the same game, but just with like different backgrounds. It's almost got the same name too. Very weird. I wonder what's going on here. And Steam Charts doesn't have anything for it, which means I don't know. Steam TV usually gets everything. So, oh wait, no, I put an Agni Fighter, not the actual app. Derp. There we go. Now it's got stuff, and it also has two followers, and it was also made on January. This one was made on January 3rd. So clearly something going on there. I don't know what it is. I'm also going to put this down as 50, though maybe it should be less. I don't know. This seems really odd. Yeah, not sure what's up with those ones. Air Attack VR. If this is by the same, if this is the same game again, I'm going to be really confused. It is not. Okay. Aircade Avia Auto Simulator. Complete various missions controlling a fighter in the sky and an armored vehicle on the ground. Wind, air, and ground battles. Capture enemy bases. Improve available vehicles and thrive in this action-packed game. Okay, so it's a shooter, and you do need a virtual reality headset. I have used a virtual reality headset a few times. I don't actually own one, but I have a feeling that flying around in one like this might make you really nauseous. Okay, you can upgrade your planes. This is by Avacon and is on sale for $11.04. Welcome to Air Attack. And it's the same kind of deal. All right. Well, let's see what the charts say. We have 9 followers and no reviews, and this was December 27th of last year. Okay. Yeah, 9 followers. So I'm gonna guess that either this is a port, because it looks quite robust, right? Like it looks a little, the graphics look a little dated, but clearly there was some work put into this. So this might be a port, like a VR port to something else. Not sure. The capsule image here looks a little kind of off center. I like that it's got the plane there. The plane is very clear. We can kind of tell that this is going to be an airplane game. But this font is difficult to read, and just the overall graphic design here is like off center a bit. Yeah, this looks like it probably wasn't advertised very much. Okay, moving on. Oh wait, no. I forgot to write down the time. Okay, so Archer Hero Must Die is our next game. It is on sale for $5.84 by JSC and published by the same. Okay, Archer Hero Must Die is a casual game. Players control an archer and defeat one powerful enemy after another. Okay, so we have a little archer person, and you're apparently shooting guys with spears. Okay. don't want to miss, apparently. I feel weird saying, like, this is probably a mobile port, but the single button gameplay makes me think it's probably a mobile port. Press and hold the left mouse button. Weird choice of graphics here where you have the play button here. Yeah, this really makes me think this is a mobile port. The graphics are cute, though there's some fraught imagery going on here, which I'm not going to get into. Let's take a look at the charts. We have 3 followers, and it was opened on the 1st of January this year. And no reviews. I'm going to also guess maybe 50 people will play this one. It looks well made, but simple enough and with limited enough content that I don't think it's going to attract a large audience. Boing is our next game. Okay, wait, let's just see who's making Boing. Boing is on sale for $8.30, down from $10.49 by Crazy Retro Games and published by the same. Okay, Boing is a fast-paced. Your video does not seem to agree with that. Fast-paced action game where you are the weapon, defending against waves of more and more challenging enemies. Okay, I think I get this. Like, you have to attack with your little hexagon segments into the bullets to hit them, but like you can only attack in certain directions and only one at a time. Like this reminds me of some games that I see in like game jams where like they've come up with a pretty cool like single mechanic and they're just exploring that. So I mean, this looks kind of cool. There's a lot of different types of orbs that come and try and hit you, and you appear to have several different powers and abilities. I'm not sure that putting it on sale for almost $10 is necessarily the best option for this game. I think you might be out of like the sort of price sweet spot for this. All right, no reviews. Let's check the charts. Again, 3 followers. It seems like we're on a 3-follower kick today. Though we have an older store page. So this was October 23rd, 2022. 3 followers, no reviews. And again, I'm going to put down 50 or so. I didn't estimate for AirTag VR. I should do that. I'm going to say maybe 100 people will play this because it is a VR game and people who have VR headsets are looking for stuff. Looking for stuff to play. So let's go with our next game. So this is Crawlspace 2 is our next game. It is released for free by Kiririn and published by the same. Crawlspace 2. So we have a horror game with a creepy face on a television. You saw an ad about someone needing help fixing their ventilation system. It sounded easy, but this job was much different than usual work that you were used to. Than usual work that you were used to. Alright. So it looks like we have a sort of horror adventure puzzle game. It says strategy, but that's interesting. So crawling about in the spooky environment. Oh, this is another virtual reality game. Okay, so we have a virtual reality horror game where you're connecting dots, and then there's a spooky face that comes and jump scares you. Okay. It is free. Very cool. No capitalization in the description. That is a choice. But we have some reviews. Some people are interested in this. And it's Annoying Crow again. First Annoying Crow of the day. Nice. Annoying Crow says, I'm no ventilation expert, caw-caw, but I'm pretty sure they wouldn't like to work in dark rooms, caw-caw. But just like Serge Tankian said, caw-caw. Okay, and then a weird... Okay. Crow's having an odd day today. Experience on the MetaQuest 2. You can view my gameplay here. So someone has a video for this, if you want to check that out. So this game is very similar to Crawlspace 1. So someone did make a first one of this. The visuals have been updated, and there's more to do. Okay, so the name is you crawl into crawl spaces and get spooked. Okay, Looks kind of interesting. I like the interface, even though I didn't really understand how it worked. We had 2 people play this, so someone has actually played this. I think that is the first for today. And the store page was created on December 27th. December 27th, 2022. Okay. They had 10 followers, so they're probably going to do a bit better than the others today. And SteamDB has not recognized that there are several reviews here. So we have 3 reviews. Let's remove the filter and see if there's any other language reviews. Nope, just 3. So while I don't think that this game is going to get huge numbers, it does look like a competently made horror game. Again, it is a VR game, so people are looking for those. I'm going to say 300 people will probably play this. Oh, no, it's free. Okay, so I'll double that. So I'll say 600 people will probably play this, especially if a streamer picks it up and shines a spotlight on it. All right, moving on to Dark Shrine. Dark Shrine, which is on sale for $1.29 by Seal45 and published by the same. Dark Shrine is a short horror game set in a Japanese shrine. Alright, we have another spooky game walking around in an environment. Okay. It looks a little repetitive, I think. If you have different environments, it's a good idea to not like stick on one for a really long time because it makes you think that there's no other environments in the game, which unfortunately that's what it looks like. I mean, it is spooky looking, but with only one environment, it's telling me that this is going to be a very, very short game. I mean, it is upfront about that. It's a short horror game set in a Japanese shrine. The map design was inspired by an actual place in Kyoto. You are stuck in a shrine covered with dark. You have to find the way out, watching for the ghost. Offer 3 bells to the altar, disable the barrier, and escape. You know, I quite like that it describes like what you're trying to do in the description. Let's see what people are saying. It's sharp, it's cheap, it's fun. You know, you can't go wrong with that. Bunch of question marks by someone who is Japanese, I think. All right, cool. Dark Shrine. Let us check out the Crawlspace. So 1 person played it. I think we know that at least 2 people played it, so this is a bit out of date. January 5th, not January 4th this time. And very few followers, 6 followers. So I feel like it's kind of hard to like figure out what to recommend to people who are making this particular style of sort of disposable horror games, because they are very short. They have a limited lifespan because if they're maybe 20 minutes long or whatever, they're kind of primarily designed to be played and consumed right away. So it doesn't make sense to like set up your store page and do promotion for a year for a game that's only 20 minutes long. But it feels like a pity that they do drop off so fast, that they have almost no way of like getting through the barriers to profitability on Steam. So I'm going to say probably 100 people will play this game unless a streamer picks it up. But unfortunately, because of the repetitive environments, I think even if a streamer picks it up, it probably won't get many additional sales. All right, next one is Definitely Not Fried Chicken, on sale for $24.64, down from $28.99 by Dope Games and published by Merge Games. Cool, cool, cool. Definitely Not Fried Chicken. Whoa, hey, we have a developer broadcaster. All right. I like the logo. The logo is pretty cool. We got a developer down here doing their thing. Okay, Definitely Not Fried Chicken is a business management sim with a twist. Grow your drugs trade through legitimate fronts by managing both sides of the business. All right. Acquire new businesses, meet new clientele, develop more potent narcotics. Okay, so you're running a chicken restaurant, and then yeah, this is like clearly inspired by Better Call Saul, I think. Not a bad idea. This sort of voxel art dudes are pretty cool. I like that it is a simple enough art style that they were clearly able to make a lot of content for this game. We can see lots of different kinds of objects and characters that were probably produced relatively inexpensively. Oh no, you can have your own. You can grow your own chickens. That's quite grim. And of course, you can also grow your own drugs. All right, this looks pretty cool. Um, hmm. It's in early access. It's a building game. I can see this doing pretty well. It already has 78 reviews. Yes, this is one of those ones where it's like, they're probably going to make their money back. Nice job. Right. It is set in the 1980s. Yes, this is very, very, very much Better Call Saul. Start your drug fuels empire, distributing marijuana, cocaine, methamphetamines, and other goods. Other goods. Like, man, if you could just start like a random delivery business and make Amazon from this, I like it. Right. This game is a pile of beep right now. I'm refunding it until it gets better, and you should too. They played for about an hour though, so that's not too bad. Hello and welcome to Los Polos Hermanos. My name is Gustavo. Yes, yeah. Better Call Saul. Everyone's recognizing this one. Gustavo Simulator. Okay. Great time killer can represent, but needs more time to get in place. So has potential, but has many bugs. So it's possible that they may have released this one a little bit early because there are quite a few negative reviews. Needs more work, UI especially. The game is confusing. So this is telling me that this is a game that has legs. Like, people clearly like this game. It's got a cool premise. It's attached conceptually to a character and another property that people like, but in an indirect way that won't get them in legal troubles. But I think they might have run into not doing enough early testing, because I think that some of these issues might have popped out if they had more playtesting. But 606 players right now, nothing to sneeze at, and they seem to be doing pretty good. They have some Twitch visibility as well, which is very nice. And they were not skimping when it came to getting followers. So I think they're going to do perfectly fine. This game page was set up on February 2nd, 2021. Which is a while ago. So this has been in development for a while. This is not a fast follow or a scam or anything. They have been steadily building a follower count over time. This is a release into early access. They're in for the long haul on this one. I don't see them not fixing the issues that the people are having so far. So we have 73 positive reviews, 17 negative reviews. So not doing too bad at all. 5,819. Thoroughly respectable. What am I going to guess for this one? I'm going to guess 20,000, I think. They could get more if they really support it, if they keep pushing. Like, this is a game that could have a really, really long tail on it. So, yeah, nice job, Dope Games, and I look forward to seeing where that one goes. Moving on to Fraymakers. On sale for $22.79 from Team Fray and McLeod Gaming, published by the same. Oh, wow. Okay. Fraymakers is the ultimate customizable platform fighting game featuring a cast of some indie gaming's biggest icons. Yeah, that's Octodad. Duke it out with up to 4 players and call an assist to help out in the heat of battle. Create and play custom characters and stages. So this appears to like let you make additional characters. That's a cool idea. Oh, it's the Downwell guy. That's who that is. All right, like this is a bunch of indie game creators doing a Smash Brothers. Create custom content with Fray tools, so they have a way of making your own dudes. All right, neat. The mixed response makes me a little concerned. We are in early access. Rollback netcode. That's good. That means that there won't be terrible lag from like a naive set of netcode. Nice job. What is going on? Okay. Okay, this is very, very long. I'm not reading all of that. This is an insult runs like trash. The UI is so bad that you can make yourself unable to select anything with the controller. They don't know how to make walking work, and I paid $20 for having my time wasted. Wow, this is very mean. I would recommend this game, but it gets a lot of lag. So they are complaining about lag. Everyone likes Volterra. Um, Early access, so it's still being worked on. So I think even positive reviews are mentioning that it is a little rough around the edges right now. But it's a cool idea. Oof. People are struggling with the netcode. Oh no. Where the heck is Mario? Okay. So, interesting idea, but they're having some technical problems right now. But you know, they just released into early access. Maybe they can pull it around. A lot of people played this game. Lifetime concurrent players on Steam. Cool. All right, and this was initially created in November of 2020. Wow, so this has a vintage store page. They managed to pick up 7,012. I'd like to know the story of this one. This one's very interesting about how they got all these indie game developers to sign on to this, and who is actually making it. That would be interesting. 56 negative reviews. So more positive than negative, but that seems like something they're going to want to work on. Let me see what SteamDB is estimating in terms of sales. SteamDB is saying between 3 and 9,000. Yeah, I don't like if they keep at this. I'm gonna put in 20,000 again. I think in terms of like total sales, I would not be surprised to come back in a year and see that. Maybe more. I'll put in 30,000. All right, moving on. Graze Counter GM. On sale for $15.59, down from $19.49 by Bikuri Software, and published by Hinteko Dojin and Senok Inc. All right, let's hope that this is not safe for work. We do have an anime girl on it, so I am worried that they will be taking off their clothes. It does not look like that is the case, though, so good. A refreshing and highly replayable bullet hell style shooter that wants you to play dangerously. Ride the razor's edge of life and death in this high-risk, high-reward, danger-oriented arcade-style shooting game. All right. Got 18 positive reviews, so people are enjoying it. Cute characters. The logo's there a bit long. Okay. Oop. Okay, I keep hitting the volume. So this looks much more bullet helly and polished than the other space shooter that we were seeing. Very pretty. Right, and it has the graze mechanic where if you fly close to enemy bullets, you get bonuses. Cool. Mechanically rich shmup. Yes. All right. Everybody seems to love this game, so nice job. So I think this is going to do pretty well. Shmups don't have like a huge impact on Steam these days, but I think this will do decently. That's my guess. Though they have a very small number of followers. However, they have picked up a ton of them in the last day. So yeah, so what this is telling me, this huge spike here, is that they're not overexposed. Like they could have done more marketing and picked up more followers because people are looking at this and they're liking it. All right, December 6th, 2021. So this was in development for a while. That makes me a little concerned. Not because I don't think that this is good or that it was worth spending the time to make a game that polished. But I'm concerned because of like this huge spike at the end here about what it says about their marketing. I feel like they probably needed to do more marketing, and I really hope they make their money back because clearly they're really good at what they do. They made a very cool looking game. So, what am I going to guess on this one? I'm going to guess 4,000, I think. That might be a bit high, but I'm hopeful for them. I hope that they get picked up by some streamers or someone to give them more visibility, or maybe they buy a marketing push a bit late or something. But yeah, good luck to them. That looks really cool. Green Valley, which is on sale for $8.39, down from $13.99 by V4 Games and published by the same. Green Valley, farmer, hunter, trader. Everything is under your control in the Green Valley. Sow your field, feed your animals, and go hunting in the forest. Don't forget to develop your products and sell them for a much higher amount of gold. Okay. That was a bunch of ostriches. So we have a planting and farming game. A sort of Stardew Valley plot-style farming game in 3D. The art style seems pretty basic and not entirely consistent. Like the horse is very realistic, whereas like the flower machine there is very simple. So if I had to guess, I would say this is a very small development team, 1 or 2 people, who are making use of Unity assets, which is not bad, but has resulted in a game that is a bit inconsistent in how it looks. Also, I definitely think that they probably would benefit from going in and tweaking like the global illumination and lighting settings, because they appear to be off. If this is in Unity, maybe it's in another engine that doesn't have real-time lighting, but I think this game could look a lot better with exactly the same assets, with just like a better lighting solution. I don't think this capsule is doing them many favors. The text is hard to read, like this green is fading away. The valley is more legible, but not by much. The text is a bit odd. It's kind of tight and too high up. And also, it is covered in snow, which is a bit strange. Maybe there is a season system here, but it's not fitting in with the rest of the image. This does sell, like, this is a farming game, so if you're looking for a farming game and you saw that logo, you would not be incorrect in the thinking this is a farming game. You can move objects in the environment. Very cool. But no reviews, which means that despite farming games not doing badly on Steam, it looks like they have not found an audience. 1 person at peak. This was created on October 30th of last year. And they only have 12 followers and no reviews. So I think they probably needed to spend a bit of time on marketing and polishing the visuals. Not that the visuals are necessarily bad, but that the overall visual presentation could be improved, I think, by focusing on lighting. And also, I think they needed to do some marketing. Though, as you can see, again, they got some additional followers in the last day, meaning that it is probably undermarketed. So, what am I going to guess? I'm going to guess probably 200 for this, just because farming games do tend to do pretty well. And yeah, let's see. Keeping on going to Huntscape. It is on sale for $15.49 by Green Hill Games and published by Invento. Huntscape. Ooh, now that's a dramatic capsule image. Very nice. Huntscape is a multiplayer 4v4 PvP survival game where 4 players play as hunters and 4 as prey. Hunters must hunt down prey while they sneak around and try to survive. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So I was expecting the ram to be prey, but no, the human was prey. Uh, Wild. Okay, so it's wild animals going after people and eating them in a multiplayer game. The graphics look pretty good. It looks like it's borrowing some from things like Dead by Daylight. All right, it's an early access. They have a Discord set up. They've got some nice gifts here. They have no reviews. So, um, hmm. Man, this like design is really good. Love this capsule image. But they have no reviews, which tells me they probably don't have many followers. Yes, they only have 21 followers, and they released their store page in September. So this means they've probably been doing some marketing in the last few weeks. All right, September 13th. Really hard to say on this one because, well, I think that they have nice art and it's a funny idea. Um, the problem with multiplayer games, especially PvP multiplayer games, is that if you can't get into a game, like if you buy this game and you go to play it, and there aren't people online, and you need 8 of them to play a game of this, you're going to not be able to play. And people only do that once or twice before they put the game down and never pick it up again. Yeah, I'm gonna estimate that maybe 100 people will buy this, and I don't think many people will keep playing it, which is too bad because it looks pretty good. But for a PvP game in particular, you have to have and keep a player base playing the game so that anyone who wants to get into a game can do it. And if you don't do that, your game is not going to work because people literally can't play it. Okay, so next one is It Lurks, a noir horror RPG. On sale for $3.11, down from $3.89 by Mystic Sword Gaming and published by the same. This is a very old Steam ID, so I would not be surprised if this is a game that's been in development for a while. Okay, very interesting pixel art style. This looks like rendered DAZ characters. DAZ, the humanoid rendering engine. Wow, okay. So you're fighting monsters, but you're fighting them with like an RPG style where you're actually like doing like old school menuing to fight them. Huh. Interesting. We've got text balloons. So this really looks like an old school RPG, but with like a noir horror aesthetic. Interesting. It Lurks. Meet Nate Hendricks, a private detective who's a bit down on his luck. Business has been slow, and with the bills piling up, Nate may have to soon close up shop. He just needs a break. Perhaps one good case could help him turn things around, and then instead he ends up fighting zombies. Okay. Let's see what this says. Short but sweet, a solid RPG with a unique setting. So yeah, if it's short but sweet, it's only 2 hours long. This is pretty epic. I killed zombies with Bible verses, but I need more. So that's a good review. People want more. But it seems like this is a very, very short game, which is a little confusing because of how old the Steam page is. Or at least that's what I'm guessing. Let's see if I'm right or if they just recycled the app number or something. So only one person played it, though. We have at least 2 reviews, so it's got to be more than that. And this is not an old Steam page. So I don't know what Steam's doing with the app IDs. Really weird. Maybe they didn't make the Steam page until recently? I don't know. January 1st, 2023. So no lead time. Only 17 followers. And 2 reviews. They were both positive, though. Hard to say. It doesn't look like they're advertising this. I think the visual style is not bad, but and it does fit the theming, but maybe a little tricky to sell on Steam. I'm gonna say 200. Just gonna guess that. All right, moving on to Joshua's Legs, which is probably the weirdest name on this list today. Right. It is on sale for $9.29 by Petite Legume Studio and published by the same. Joshua's Legs is a unique game with devious controls about a two-legged arachnid hoping to find his long-lost prosthetic legs collection. Venture in a world that only reveals its secrets to the true-hardened climbers. Ah, so you have webbing and you fling yourself. Oh, and you have different like little power-ups. I mean, this looks neat. Oh, and you've got a map. Huh. I mean, this looks cool. I could see this going places. Josh's Legs requires a controller to play. Steep learning curve. Yeah, it is an acrobatics game. They tend to, but this person played it for 12 hours, so that's pretty good. This is a very positive review for someone who only played for 45 minutes. Physics is so funny, loving to swing. So people seem to be playing this for about 2 hours or so before coming and posting a review. A lot of positive reviews. Someone played it for 20 hours, which is very impressive for what looks like a very odd little game. Interesting. All right, 4 people are playing it now, so people are playing this. It's very weird looking. I hope it finds a good audience. Okay, the store page was made in May 10th of 2022. And we have 30 followers and 9 positive reviews. No negatives, so 100% positive rating so far. Very nice. But the store page was up for almost a year, and we only have 30 followers, which is too bad. So it means probably that this was not promoted very heavily, and they only have 9. They're not over the hump, or only 8 here. But I think that, yeah, one of them was early access or was a prepaid one. So I need 2 more. If you feel inclined, go check out Joshua's Legs and leave a review so that they can get over the 10 review hump and get pushed into the algorithm. Because I think that there's something cool here. People are liking it. So what am I going to say? I'm going to say they will get over that 10 review hump, and yeah, I'm gonna say maybe 1,500. I think people might buy that one if it gets over that 10 review hump. If it doesn't, it may end up only selling like 400 or 500. So I hope they're working on that one. All right, Kong Hero on sale for $5.84, down from $6.49 by WXM, and published by the same. Kong Hero. So, oh, right, this is Wukong. Kong Hero is a 2D platforming jumping game with a cartoon style. The player controls a cute little monkey through many difficulties and finally reaches the destination. I mean, okay, someone is taking some liberal inspiration from a certain plumber game. Ah, you can whack people with your little stick. It is very cute. But it looks like the person who made this trailer may have fallen into the trap that some people making trailers do, where they just play the game and record and put that in as a trailer, which usually doesn't work very well. You want to show people like sort of the totality of the game, all the things that you're going to end up doing here. This is very, very heavily inspired by Mario. Let's see. Do we have other kinds of environments? Kind of. I mean, this is sort of different, but they do largely appear to be very similar. It is an early access, so maybe things will change. But no one has picked this up yet. One person played it. Lifetime concurrent players. Let's see. All right, and this was January 2nd of this year. So, this looks like a competently made game, but not a lot of content, would be my guess. And also not very much lead time in terms of being able to market it. So, I'm going to guess maybe 100 people will play this. Moving on to Lake Heaven Chrysalis. Wait. Let's check this first. This is on sale for $3.99 from Encrypt Games and published by the same. It is a third-person exploration game. Well, this is a striking visual style, very reminiscent of the early Silent Hills. Detective Zeke Reynard is called to investigate what he assumes will be another case he'll quickly forget, while what he finds will be sewn into the fabric of his existence forever. Wow, okay. This is pretty cool looking. Just the visuals are like selling me on it, though that may just be nostalgia for Silent Hill. But no, like this is genuinely pretty cool looking. Definitely deliberately invoking this era of games. Doing some cinematic stuff. You can investigate objects. Yeah, I'm on board for this. This looks cool. No visible enemies, though, so I don't know if this is going to be... It's exploration, so there may not be any combat in this. Still looks very, very neat. On October 7th at 9 p.m., the Kansas Police Department receives a call from an old woman called Marianne Lambert, who is acting out of concern for her younger friend Eleanor Robertson. According to Mrs. Lambert, Eleanor hasn't picked up the phone in 13 days and her letters have gone unanswered. Solve puzzles, find clues, and uncover Eleanor's story. Interesting. Looks like it's about 2.5 to 3 hours long. But everybody likes it, so nice. Very, very strong, short little game here. So very nice. And they are over the 10 review hump. They have 20 reviews. So hopefully this will get picked up in the algorithm and will take off, because I think they have something very, very cool here. They only had 200 followers, which is quite low. And this game was initially created in July of 2021. So, as my brain glitches, July 23rd, 2021. Which means 6 positive reviews. Nope, they have more than 6. They have 20 positive reviews. Or they have, yeah, 20. No negative reviews. Fantastic. And I think, let's just double check. They don't even mention that the game is short. Impressive. Because usually people on Steam will complain if the game is short. But no one here is complaining. I think it's because it's so cheap. I think if this was $10, people would be complaining about the length. But the fact that it's only $3.90 has meant that everybody is happy about this. You have 20 positive reviews, so hopefully that will build into momentum. But again, we see this spike at the end, where they're getting a lot of followers right at the end, which tells me I think that this game was not advertised very much, which is too bad, because man, I think people on Twitter would have been all over some of these GIFs, right? People love this sort of early 2000s 3D style on Twitter and TikTok too. Like, I think that if this game had been marketed, we would have seen 10 or 20 times more responses on this one, because they had time, right? This has been up for over a year. So, what am I gonna guess? Okay, I'm gonna bet that this will show up on a bunch of YouTube channels for large streamers who do horror games. I'm going to guess 6,000, which is maybe very high based on the numbers that we currently see. We only see 20 followers. We only see 20 positive reviews. But I think this one has legs, just because I think it's the right thing at the right time. Moving on. Makis Adventure. This is on sale for $10.39, down from $12.99 by Zoro Arts. Fight, dash, swim, and bite your way through 3 different dungeons. Let the inner shark out. Face many different opponents. Defeat powerful bosses. Makis Adventure is a pixel art platformer with a bite. So you're like a shark shape changer person. That's a very cool idea. You can swim on ropes. You can turn into a shark in the water. You can ride minecarts. There's a 3D section. Man, all right, this game has a lot of stuff. The art is very simple, but like the design is really strong. I like the design of the character. We got the hearts though. Everybody uses hearts for health. It's like everybody uses hearts for health. All right, this looks cool. Dive and unlock all 3 shark shapes. So I think this is probably relatively short, but it looks pretty cute. Buy it, worth every penny. So this person played it for 10 hours, but they'd only spent 1 hour when they made their recommendation. Shark abilities are cool. Yeah, so again, very positive. Let's see if there's other reviews in other languages. Good platformer, way too buggy. All right. Nice. Let us see what the charts have in store for us. We got 4 people playing it now, 16 player peak. So people are playing it, but not a ton of them. So this was initially created down in December 10th of 2 years ago. Meaning we have more than 13 positive reviews, but the review numbers are kind of a little all over the place, so I'm just going to put that down. 334. Again, we see a little climb up here towards the edge, but yeah, I think that this one, again, is one that probably did not get the marketing push that it needed to go too far, but it is over that 10 review hump. Most of the reviews are positive. It does look really cool. I'm going to guess that this one is probably going to sell less than Lake Haven, because it is platformers and Steam are kind of adversarial these days, and because it costs a lot more money. Yeah, I'm going to guess 2,000 for this. Yeah. I think. Does 2,000 make sense? Yeah, I think 2,000 makes sense. I think I'll put that one down as my guess. But remember, these are only guesses. I don't know what I'm doing. Moving on to Mystery Solitaire Grimm's Tales 7. On sale for $3.89, down from $6.49 by Melon Games and published by 8th Floor. Mystery Solitaire Grimm's Tales 7, Magical Reality, Adventure, or Everyday Life, the world of the Brothers Grimm fairy tales, gives an unambiguous answer. It does? Alright, so this is a solitaire game with a Brothers Grimm theming. I'm not really understanding the game, but then I don't play solitaire, so maybe this makes sense to people who do. I'm not really getting the Brothers Grimm theming very much here. I like the forest background, but I was expecting with this visual, which looks like it was made with Stable Diffusion, that there would be maybe a story to it instead of just the game, but it looks like it's just the game. However, this is Grimm Tales 7, so they have made more of these games, right? Melon Games, how many of these games have you made? Well, you've made a bunch of games. Quite a few games. Yeah, 2 released in December. No, 3 released in December. One in November, one in October. So these people are churning out the games. Nice job, them. And they're wildly different kinds of games. So we got a solitary. We got more solitaire. Lots of solitaire. We got a jigsaw puzzle, more solitaire. I wonder if these solitaire games are the same kind of thing, where they're just sort of like a very superficial. Yeah, so it seems like they're making kind of the same kind of game over and over again. But hey, if it's working for them, it's working for them. One user review. So it doesn't look like it's working great for them, if I had to guess. But it's working well enough that they are able to keep making games. All right. So let's take a look at the charts. 2 people played it yesterday. 3 followers, and it was wow. No lead time. They just made the store page and put it up there. All right, January 18th. All right. So 0 days lead time. But that seems to be their model, if I had to guess. Their model is make a whole lot of games, release them quickly, make similar games. I don't know, 60 maybe? I don't know. I genuinely am not sure about this one. I know there are people who have like made very successful small careers off of making solitaire games, but this one really seems like they're publishing the same game over and over again. However, they are able to keep doing it, so something must be working. Moving on to NekoBellow, on sale for 10 or just being sold for $10.49 by Moonsoft Official and published by the same. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like there's a lot of publishing companies that have the word moon in them. NekoBellow is a 2D bullet hell side-scrolling shoot-'em-up based on arcade games of the 90s. There are even unique mechanics not seen before in any other game. I wonder what they are. All right, so that was black and white. Now we have color. Now we have color. All right, so we got a couple of little types of bad guys. Looks like you can get power-ups from bubbles. Okay. No reviews. Let's see what the charts say. The pixel art is cute, to be clear. NekoBellow, I don't know if this screenshot, this capsule is really going to help. Generally speaking, like pixel art capsules are not great, and this doesn't tell us anything like, put the cute cat on the capsule image. That would be my recommendation. Put the cute cat in their little plane, and I think you would attract more attention. This one is ambiguous. What kind of game does this tell us this is? One person played this. Someone watched it on Twitch at some point. This was released, the Steam page was created on January 5th, so not much in the way of lead time to market the game or get followers. So we have 6 followers and no reviews. I'm going to put this up with Aeolus Fighter and Agni Fighter. I think this one looks more interesting and is not doing whatever weird thing they're doing where they're releasing the same game over and over again. But I don't think that I think the lack of marketing is going to hurt them, and especially that capsule image that doesn't tell us what kind of game it is. So that's my guess. Not Born to be King. All right, that's interesting. This is on sale for $5.51, down from $6.49 by Hashdev and published by the same. Not Born to be King is a simulation game where you embody a medieval king and try to lead your kingdom to success. Face a large variety of events, build a strong economy, and make the right decisions to prosper in this ruthless world. So we have a text game. This is the first text game that I've reviewed. That's not like a classical visual novel. This is giving me Rain vibes with the rather unusual thing going on with the king's face there. There's a sort of card thing going on. I'm not sure that having the text cut off at the top there, like is a good idea. We have a 3D image of the kingdom. But yeah, you're making kingly decisions, and that affects statistics. So we have a stat-driven narrative game. We have one review. I haven't played much, but I do like the game. It needs a lot of work, but it's got potential. Only played for 20 minutes though, so it doesn't appear to be particularly sticky. It's in early access. I do like the pictures, but they're all in slightly different styles, I think. Let us gaze into the Steam charts. And they tell us it was released on January 3rd, or the Steam page was put up on January 3rd, giving them a grand total of just slightly over 2 weeks to build hype. And they managed to get 19 followers. So if we assume that that followers roughly translate into people who will buy your game, because you get between 10 and 20 wish lists per follower, and you get one purchase per 10 wish lists, usually, statistically speaking. So followers roughly translate into sales. And between 1 in 30 and 1 in 60 people who actually buy your game, review your game, this person did not hit sort of the minimum number of followers to get even a single review. But some people have played this game. Yeah, I would not be surprised to come back and actually no, one person reviewed the game, so they're actually doing pretty good on that one. But I'm guessing that this will probably, you know what? I'm gonna put in 100. Okay, 101.50. Moving on to Osiris New Dawn. On sale for $23.99, down from $39.99 by Phoenix Fire Entertainment, and released and published by the same. Osiris New Dawn is an unforgiving, near-future space survival game with a cinematic feel and elements of horror. Play as a mission specialist in single or multiplayer to build your planetary base, pilotable vehicles, and controllable drones as you explore a dangerous solar system far from Earth. Huge number of reviews, but they're all mixed. It's interesting. We've got some monsters, we've got some clear resource nodes. We've got the same monster. Oh, that's a different monster. Lots of trailers. Whoa! And you can fly around in a spaceship. All right, so this looks like some serious work was put into this. I don't know why the sound keeps turning on today. We've got a little rover. Multiple flying vehicles. All right, interesting. Early access complete. Right, so this was in early access for a long time. That explains all the mixed reviews. And has recently been fully released. Oh no. Oh. A lot of negative reviews. Unpolished, unfinished, unplayable. I haven't seen any improvement from when I played years ago. The UI is unintuitive, crafting is rough at best, and the mechanics seem half thought out. I'm good with not playing this again. Though, you did play almost 50 hours. The game is still, for all intents and purposes, in early access. Not only does it remain buggy, but the in-game version hasn't been updated to reflect the official release. The devs couldn't even be arsed to change that before releasing it out of early access, in what is obvious and a lazy attempt to generate quick funds, because their next pump and dump. Abandonware. Really? This seems overly harsh. Like, even if this game is buggy, there's a lot here. It's early access, so it does have flaws. Okay, that's an early access review. Failed early access title, officially abandonware. 6 years in early access, jumped from update 0.5.616 to 1.0 without a 1.0 update. Devs obviously had enough and stuck the 1.0 sticker on it and called it a day. All right, that's fair. All right, that's a pity. Looks like they had something here and then they stopped updating it for whatever reason. Makes sense. Video games are hard. Let's look at the charts. 274 players now, so it is still being played, but it was most popular 6 years ago. Very negative review scores. A lot of followers though. This can't be right. The chart has to be broken. All right. well, let's put in the numbers. 8,191 positive reviews. 5,356 negative reviews. And a lot of followers. Okay. So when was this actually initially released? Like, this is going to take a bit of scrolling. Sorry, everybody. 2 years ago. Wow, okay. I don't know if I'm going to get to the end here. Sorry, this is much more accurate than the chart, but it is much of more of a hassle to get to. Unfortunately, SteamDB doesn't really have like an interface, so I can't just yank these numbers out of it. I'd like to be able to, because this would speed things up. Wow, okay, so this Steam store page was made 8 years ago in September 2015. But pre-release, when was the actual release? All right, so Steam page was created on September 16th, or 15th of September 2016. So that's been out for a while. I'm just going to run the basic numbers. I think they probably sold 50, 40 times. Well, this is an older game, so yeah, I'll say 45 times. Or 13, 5, or 7. So yeah, let's just round that off to 600,000. Which goes to show they probably made a lot of money off of this, though that was over a very long period of time. Like 7 years. I wonder if they're doing anything else. Has Phoenix Fire Entertainment released any other games? Nope, this is the only one. So there's probably a sad story to this one, everybody. All right. I mean, they probably made a lot of money, so that's not particularly sad. But whatever happened to recently to make them go out of early access right now, probably not the happiest thing. Okay, moving on to Our Little Chase, which is on sale for $7.64, down from $8.99, by AA11 and published by the same. Our Little Chase, become the executioner and hunt down the traitor. Build up your army, manage your inventory, and engage in real-time combat to defeat your enemy. Okay, so it's a little RTS game. You can equip your little dudes. They all run into each other. Wow, this is very cute. You can apparently burn down villages? Good heavens. I don't think this capsule image is helping. The text being like this. These guys are cute. I get the chasing thing, but maybe investing in a better capsule image would have been helpful for marketing. It's a strategy action game where you start with only yourself and gradually build up your army to face the traitor. Procedurally generated maps and uniquely handcrafted maps. Okay. I really like this art style. It's very cute. I know it's very simple, but it's really, really cute. Let's see. So 2 people played this. No players right now. And store page was created on December 7th last year. So this managed to pick up 8 followers, meaning it was almost certainly not marketed at all, which is unfortunate because it is very cute. That said, I really think the capsule is going to work against them with the text like that. So I am going to, unfortunately, guess maybe 100 people will play this. Even though it is a game that it could go places, but I don't think it will, based on what we've seen. So moving on to Penguin Adventure, on sale for $5.84, down from $6.49 by Mich. Mike? How do I pronounce that? MYH, and published by the same. Penguin Adventure is a okay. Hello again. Those trees are exactly the same as the one in the cat game, NekoBellow. Exactly the same. I think they have the same enemies too. Meh. Have you made any other games? Nope. NekoBellow, what was your Moonsoft official? It's the same thing too. You throw a little. Wait, is that NekoBellow? Or is it... Sorry, I may be slandering NekoBellow incorrectly. But this is exactly the same as one of the ones that we just did. Man, I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, this looks like a repackage and re-release of the same thing. Maybe it's just reusing the same assets, but coming out on exactly the same day? I think something's up here. I have to check NekoBellow to see if I was slandering them. I was. This was the arcade shooter. I can't remember which one it was. Boing, Crawlspace, no, not Fraymakers. Graze Counter GM? No. Kong Hero. That was it. Kong Hero. And that was done by WXM. So WXM and MYH, I suspect they may be the same company. One-time peak of 1 player, 2 followers, and created on December 30th. Kong Hero, same kind of thing, made 1 day later. Absolutely baffled by this. I don't know what the point here is. I'm going to say 100 as well, because it looks fine? I don't know. Maybe Huh. Really confused what's going on here. If this is a scam, it's a very strange scam. Why release them on the same day? If you're going to re-release the same game over and over again, I don't know. Very strange. I mean, it's not exactly the same, right? You were hitting things with a stick in Kong Hero. This is different. But the fact that they're both ambiguous 3-letter combinations, they have the same background art, very strange. Not sure what these people are up to, but I don't know. Godspeed. Good luck in whatever weird thing you're doing, as long as it's not some kind of weird scam. $3.89. This is Predictors. On sale for $3.89 from Challenging Games. So I'm guessing this may be a challenging game. Just guessing. Go solo or invite up to 3 friends to play this turn-based roguelike where all characters move simultaneously. How is that turn like? Fight against evil forces in the ever-changing Dark Forest. Learn skills from fire magic to necromancy. Get better loot. Change the difficulty. Change the difficulty. Repeat. Okay. 20 positive reviews, so not doing badly. Oh, I think I get it. Lots of trailers. Though this one is really not showing gameplay, it's just sort of like a mood trailer. I think this one is going to, yeah, do the thing where you walk us through a whole game. Not a terrible idea for a second trailer, but okay. Hex-based combat. It looks like it's auto-cast combat, but you have the ability to choose where you move and what abilities you use. All right, pretty neat. The low poly art style means that they could probably make lots of critters. I like the witch. That's very cool. Let's see what people are saying. For $3, I think you get a fair game for the price. It's definitely still in early development. Is this the full version? Yes. Okay, so this does not look like... This looks like it was in early access for a while. and has since gone to 1.0. Okay, so a lot of people saying like, yeah, this is a good game for $3, which, you know, not bad. Let's see what the charts say. Nobody's playing it currently, but there was a 5-hour. 5 people played it over the last 24 hours, so it did get a bit of a bump. All right, so it was probably released into early access last year in November, and has steadily picked up followers since, though not a ton of followers. So let's say this was September 16th, 2022. $348 followers. With 24 positive reviews and 1 negative review. So doing pretty good on that. I'm going to guess 600 sales on this one. I think that they could have sold more if it had more marketing. This is a pretty good capsule image. It gives you a good idea of what this game is going to be like. I kind of wish that they were showing off more maps than just a forest. Doesn't look like there's any more maps or like bosses or stuff. So I'm guessing this is a cool game mechanically that didn't end up having a lot of content to it, which is too bad. Because I think if this had a whole lot of different like kinds of terrain, like if they had multi-layer level terrain and stuff, this could have done better. But looking at the stuff that we see here, it appears fairly limited, which is too bad. Moving on to Techies. Or Techlie. Which is on sale for $10.34, down from $11.49. Created and sold by Sayed Halil Kaya. Techlie is a first-person shooter action game that progresses part by part, where you fight in another dimension as the scientist named Aziz. Okay. We got dudes. You can shoot dudes. There's lots of fireballs. Large combat arenas. It looks like a run and gun kind of game. Kill all the liars. All right, so we're on the side of truth. Okay. Definitely going for the sort of retro shooter vibe, like early Quake stuff. I don't know what is crossed out here. Face tech, maybe? Free tech? Not sure. No reviews, unfortunately. Okay. I'm guessing that this is probably a solo developer game and probably a first game by this solo developer. Though it has been in development for a while. We have a store page from October 31st, 2021. Wait, was that 2021 or 2020? I think it was 2020. Yeah, 2020. So it's been around for a while, but only 38 followers. So my guess is very little promotion done on this one. No positive reviews, no negative reviews. I'm going to guess maybe 50 people at maximum on this one. All right. Good luck to Sayed Khalil Kaya. Moving on to The Bad Kids. On sale for $9.35, down from $11 by Aluba Studios and published by Light On Games. As an adaptation of the popular suspense, that is incorrectly spelled, TV series Cat's Cradle. Why is it not called Cat's Cradle then? This game combines investigation, solving puzzles, and reasoning with original stories, which can build a more immersive experience. Game will build new stories based on original setting and focus on the inner world of the characters. Mostly positive, 134 reviews. So this does look very polished. We've got sort of live 2D kind of characters. It looks like a sort of serial murder kind of story. Interesting, interesting art style. I like the art style. Welcome to follow our official social account to get the latest news of the game. This game is like a traditional 2D side-scrolling game with some QuickTime elements, but mainly it's interesting puzzles, some bad number puzzles. But all of this is held in place by the great story and real-life commentary. I'm playing in English, of course. And someone played it on YouTube. I think this is mostly in Chinese. So this is a Chinese game, probably based on a Chinese series. All right, very cool. It looks like it's finding its audience. I really like the art style, and this looks very cool. So 178 people playing now, 574 peak. All-time peak yesterday of 711. Very nice. So this is doing pretty well. Page was made July 14th, 2022. And they picked up a lot of followers, 3,339. With 107 positive reviews and 38 negative reviews. It's pretty good. What am I going to guess on this one? I'm going to guess 6,000, I think. I think this will get picked up. I've seen similar games to this one do really well. It is based on a popular series, I think. I've heard of Cat's Cradle. Yeah. Nice. All right, moving on to the Duck Song game. Okay, Duck Song game is on sale for $1.29 from Axzun Games, published by the same. The ever so loved The Duck Song game has returned. There is no trailer. And this is a score-based game where you move a little duck around and you pick up lemonade and grapes. All right. The ever so loved Duck Song has returned. See a falling lemonade while trying to eat as many grapes as possible. You want to avoid the lemonade. Duck Song does not like lemonade, apparently. There's a dude in the background watching Duck Song have a bad time. Did you know that Steam requires a minimum playtime to leave a review? It's true. You have to put a solid 5 minutes, which means I had to force myself to play this turd for $4, 4.5 more minutes just to warn any curious buyers that they would be better off throwing their nickels at ducks in the park than using them to buy this game. Okay, so this is very, very harsh, possibly not unreasonably harsh. It does look very simple. It does not look super great. So I'm not sure what. Oh, just had a weird stream hiccup. Okay, I think it's working now. I hope that all recorded. Oh well, we'll see. All right, Dungeon Rules. On sale for $11.04, down from $12.99 by Ivan Moralja Games. And I am almost certainly incorrectly saying that name. Published by the same. The Dungeon Rules is the most challenging game you can currently face. That is a daring claim. Let's see if it holds out. This game is a dungeon crawler with Sokoban puzzles and card combat. Sokoban is block pushing, right? So we have cards and Sokoban puzzles at the same time. You use cards to like... Oh, okay. So the cards, I think, are part of the puzzles. Right. You can walk through that wall. Get the key. Right. Okay. So this looks like actually a interesting sort of an interesting Sokoban game. With the way the cards are set up, but it is still just the puzzle kind of game. No reviews. The guy's cute. I think this capsule image is pretty strong. It tells us exactly what the game is like. Though it does not show any block pushing or sliding, so people who are more expecting a more standard dungeon crawling experience may be disappointed if they clicked on that capsule. Created November 23rd, 2022. No positive reviews, no negative reviews. 5 followers. So not a lot of time to build up followers, but also does not appear to have been heavily marketed. It doesn't look bad as Sokoban games go, but it's kind of missing a strong hook. I like the card idea, but I'm going to say maybe 50 people will play this, not 560. That is a very high price for a Sokoban game. Yep, I'm going to leave it at 50. We'll see. 127.09 for Palace of Unrest, which is released for free from Phillips Albright and Zach Harris and published by Red Wolf Productions. Palace of Unrest, use poems to solve puzzles and escape the mansion with your life in this horror-themed escape room game. Okay. This is the first escape room game that has showed up in my my observations of Steam over the last week or so. I like that they signed their game. Nice. Very good. You would think that these would be more popular. There are some quite popular escape room games, but explore this mansion to find an escape. It feels kind of weird that you just walked into the mansion and then immediately need to escape it without any context. But, all right, we got some puzzles. These look like a lot of 3D scanned assets, so they look quite nice. I wonder what engine this is. I think it's Unity, not Unreal, but if it is Unity, good job on getting Unity to look like this. We do have a Spookum. Look, it's a spooky person. So maybe there is... Oh, we got multiple spooky people attacking us. So there is combat in this hidden object puzzle exploration game, I think. Cool little game. I like the concept of clues and poems. It would be cool to see more of that. The visuals were pretty good. Weather effects were great. Yeah, it looks really good. Got a couple of scares too. All in all, worth a play, but done in about half an hour. So this looks really short. Hey, Annoying Crow showed up as well. First person review game. Not sure you made it this time. Well, this house has some nice hardwood floors in it. Grogan always appreciates some nice hardwood floors. Red Eye Knight from Demon's Souls ganked me from behind. So yeah, you do get attacked in this game, which I think is maybe an interesting choice. I give this 6 Walter Whites out of 10. What? Quick and fun horror game. Poem clues were not too easy and not too hard. Speed up the sword swings and let it open doors. Overall, fantastic graphics in the lag. So people are liking this. It's very short. Nice job, Philip and Zach. Let's see what the charts tell us about your marketing decisions. Well, they tell us that you have a game that people like. So 7 people are playing it, 10 players peak. Wow. Okay, January 5th. Oh, wait, no, that's 2023. So less than 2 weeks, they managed to get 11 followers. So not great on the follower count. I'm guessing that this game is selling itself entirely off of the capsule. You might look at this capsule and say, that's kind of maybe a bit amateurish. The text is a little bit hard to read. But here's the thing. This capsule is telling you exactly the kind of game it is. This looks like a short horror game. And that's exactly what this game is, and it looks like a good one of those. So accuracy in advertising seems to be helping. This has far more than 1 positive review. It has 7 positive reviews. So, based on its 7 positive reviews, I'm going to bet that this actually does, again, a modest success. I'm going to say probably 800 people will play this, but wait, it's free. So I'm going to say 1,500 people will play this. It's free. You know, go check it out. What's the worst that could happen? Again, really nice job, Philip and Zach. And I look forward to seeing what you make next. Moving on to the Secret Pyramid VR. So I'm guessing, now I know this might be a long shot, but this is a VR game. It is developed and published by the same people, probably in China. That's my guess. It is on sale for $7.79. VR shooting game with roguelike elements on the theme of ancient Egyptian tomb exploration. With a very, very slow start to a trailer. This trailer is spooky, but it is taking a very long time to get to the gameplay, which is maybe not the best choice. It is not even... Okay, wow. All right. So this would be my suggestion to these people, if they are ever going to look or listen, is show the gameplay before 10 seconds before the end of the trailer. Looks like we're in a boat. Oh, there's guns. Yeah, it is a shooting game. And you're shooting mummies. It's an early access game. They have a demo out if you want to try the demo. I mean, this doesn't look low effort, but 9 user reviews. This is pretty good. It's one of those generally fun games to play. Don't have to be too serious, but it's a challenge. Has a lot of potential as it is. It's better than most games in its price range and more. Lives up to the Rouge, like looter shooter label. Bit clunky with walls occasionally getting standing on a wall for a second. Top job with the scorpions as well. They really stand out. It's cool. If the scorpions are cool, I want to see them. I don't think we see the scorpions anywhere. We do see large quantities of loot, though. All right, one person playing it now, 2 players peeking, and this was created on October 14th. So 35. This one's kind of confusing me a bit, because I think we have more positive reviews than this. 9 positive reviews. It doesn't look like there's any negative reviews. Yeah, it's 9 positive reviews. So hard to say. I don't think that this was advertised very much. They had 3 months. They almost certainly could have gotten more than 35 followers if they were advertising it. But it got 9 positive reviews. I think people do haunt the VR pages to see whether or not there's cool VR games, and this does look like a pretty cool VR game. I'm gonna say 500. I think. No. No, they're gonna get that one more review that will get them over the 10 review limit, and so I'm gonna say 1500 as well for this one. Moving on to ultra fishing. Ultra Fishing is on sale for $4.49, down from $4.99, by Salek, and published by the same. Fishing simulator in a realistic world. Lovely water graphics there. Really, really nice foliage. Though we're not seeing much in the way of fishing, just cool shorelines. It's an early access. You're really not going to show? Okay, now we have fishing. And all of a sudden, the water looks much worse. Huh. I'm not sure that's a good choice. If you're gonna advertise your water looking like this, and then in the game have your water look like this, maybe not your best decision, I would say. That's my guess. Fish types. There are 2 types of fish, predators and passive fish. You probably need more than 2 types of fish. I think fishing games tend to, like the realistic ones at least, tend to really focus on realism, so that you're fishing for a specific real type of fish in the way that you would fish for them, I think. Wow, that is a choice for a player character. Okay. I don't know much about fishing games, so I can't say much about this one. The fish are pretty cool and big, but the actual fishing was pretty boring. You can't look around while you're fishing and enjoy the view. The environments are fairly nice to look at, and the sound effects and environmental sounds are solid. Maybe this gets better through early access, but I don't think it will get to the point of being good. Ouch. And only played for about 20 minutes. And this person only played for about half an hour. My tips to developers, character. Okay. So 1 positive, 1 negative review. It's still in early access. They might be able to turn this around. Only 1 person played it. And it was released on January 5th. So no time for marketing. Do 18 followers. 1 positive, 1 negative review. I'm going to say maybe 200 people will play this. I know that fishing games are relatively popular. And maybe they can turn it around and make a really cool fishing game over the early access period. All right, well, that was our games for today. If we go down and check out tags, the top tags are still single player, indie, but action is much further down. So we had fewer action games today. And we had a bunch of cute games. Genuinely confused by what's going on with My and Wixom with these 2 games. Maybe they're 2 separate studios making the same games using the same art assets, but that's very weird. The fact that they're not advertised and don't appear to be selling is also strange. Not sure what the plan is there. All right, and that is it for the games from the 18th. I wish everybody a bright and happy